Hey folks, Species7 here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 15. Got another map review for you today. Yeah, there's a shocker. This is called Ostermelo TSZ. Yeah, there you go. Here's our briefing window, and yeah, well, here you go. Ostermelo TSZ version 4, no less. And it does have the straw mod, the calc mod, BGA. You do pick up your own milk. The only thing I haven't been able to find, although I'm pretty sure it has one, is a place to take logs. It has biogas, it has biomass. I just haven't actually found a log tip. So here is your, well, I don't know that I'd call it the main farm. It is the sheep farm, however, and it is where you spawn. This map is a rather odd collection. You start here, and it would appear, oh, this is one of these old-timey sort of maps. And then you realize that if you look at the farmyard right next door, which I guess is sort of our main farmyard, all of a sudden everything's bright, shiny, and new. You do require animation map trigger, but when you download the map file, and please keep this in mind, people, when you download the map file, it is a RAR file. So you're going to need to use WinZip or some similar program to unzip it, and when you do so, you'll find there are 7 or 8 zip files. There's calc, so to say we do have the calc mod. 7 or 8 zip files that you'll want to copy over to your map, or to your mod folder. So, there's our normal ferts. What about seeds? Usually fert, and oh, that one's calc on the other side as well. I think I saw them around here. But yeah, so remember to, here's where we store our wood chips, our corn, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, remember to unzip it, put it into your mods folder, and you should be good to go. And here's an actual tip point. There's where you can pick up, right up there. And here's our sugar beets and potatoes. And seeds. Where the heck are you hiding the seeds, man? Oh, this is seeds. They just don't have the potato bags. Alrighty. So there you are. That's that bit of the farm. Fairly typical starting equipment. You gotta get really close to some of these gates. Huh. Well, that's weird. Now the trigger's gone. Oh, there it is. Open door. No, apparently you're not allowed to open that door. Alright. Anyway, oddly enough, right across the street, watch the ditches, is our chickens. Here they are. Hello, ladies. How's everything doing? Good, good. As you can see by the troughs, I'm sorry they're empty, ladies. This is water mod included as well. You can get a couple of bunnies. Hello. Ye scary looking bunnies. Alright, so yeah, we do have our chickens across the road, and then our lambs on that farm. Let's jump about. Okay. Down here, we have the shop and the garden center. I'm just going to sort of cheat our way in here. There's where we can buy our seedlings. Pallets of seedlings, of course. Alright, and just head up the road. So yeah, there's, let's have a look at our overviews here. We have the standard crops as well as sunflowers, oats, and rye. Again, the calc mod or lime mod is included. And we has piggies. Our sale points are the biogas, the biomass, we have melon, and we have, well, the butcher shop where we sell our piggies. So you basically have sort of one big spot that buys all your stuff, and that's the Malome. It's not a terribly big map, but it does take a little bit of getting around, so keep that in mind. Alright, we have, just up here a little bit, our bank. Isn't it a beauty? Ooh. It's actually, that's the post office, isn't it? Interesting. But it does act as our bank here, so there you go. Now, nope, that's still back on that one. Here we are. This is the piggies, and if we look on the map, we can see the piggies are over here. So, just slightly to the right of where we started with our sheeps. So, very standard pig facility to house very standard pigs. Hello. What? You don't like being called a standard pig? Alright. I thought you guys were up to standards. I did. So, why does it make me start at the beginning? That's a little weird. Alright, here we have, if we again look at our map, this is Malome, and this is where you can drop off pretty much everything. Okay. And it is a huge facility. Why? I'm not sure. But, yeah. It's got 2 tip points, according to this, anyway. So, one here, and the other, right here. Okay. And we also have a bank machine to help us out. So that's Malome, and again, we can sell pretty much everything here. Well, you know, except for wood chips. So, well, pigs, silage. Okay. Oh, why do you start at the beginning? It's just weird. Oh. Huh. Well, I thought I had another one set up, but that's okay. As I said, I could not find, for the life of me, any place where one might sell logs. However, and oddly enough, this thing that looks like a giant sand pit is actually a nice water feature. You got a little lake, duck or two out there, etc., etc., etc. But we also get ourselves out to a road here. Here again, that's our main farm. So you can see our pigs aren't terribly far away from the main farm at all. You do own a few fields when you first start the map. We'll have a look at that. That's the usual. Here's the basic layout. You can see most of the fields are fairly square bordered. A couple of exceptions here and there, which is nice. And out of it we own, although they're not quite ready, we own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fields. One of which is quite large and is, of course, corn. But they gave us just about everything else. Okay, apparently alfalfa and is it clover, I think the other one? Those are available as well. I don't think, but they're not harvestable to the best of my knowledge. I don't think. Oh, okay, I was going to say, oh my god, that's withered, but no, it's sunflowers. Yeah, I don't think they're actually harvestable. But I think they're used, a little tiny patch of wheat down there, I think they're used as a cover crop. So, yeah. But there we are. At least they do give you a little bit of time, too, to get on your game here and maybe, you know, get a few things done. So, moving right along, normal stuff there. And then you can see, oops, well, we're missing a couple of XMLs, but likely they just weren't converted to English. It probably says something else. So, there you go. That's apparently missing too, because it was left in the wrong language. Alright, so from here, I want to actually get across to that other road, so I think we're gonna cheat just a wee bit if we can. Just zip by the ditch. There we go. There's the shop and garden center. We're just over there, which we've already visited. Okay, here we are. Okay, I mean, it's a pretty enough map. Certainly looks nice. What is that we have just ahead of us there? That would be... that is Malome again, but we want to go by here and take a tour of this gigantic facility. This is the gas station. Never heard of that particular one. A4. Really? Let's have a little looky. Very typical little tiny sorta. Lots of gas stations like that around here. And basically a phone booth with a couple of pumps sitting out front. You can buy a bag of chips, a terrible coffee, and on you go. Alrighty, here we have our biogas facility. Let's have a little looky, shall we? There we are. Trailer scale, not too much effect. We have only a couple of pits. There's our slurry. 2015 digesters, so you will need to use a bucket to load them. I would imagine these are going to be just straight up storage, and these are just straight up storage. Okay. So that's the biogas, very basic, but I guess they don't really need to be much else, do they? And 2 small pits, that's reasonable. I don't think we need to run 75 billion gallons of silage most of the time. Most of the time. Alright, let's go down, and we've already done Malome. As I say, I have looked at all the spots suitable for what would be the logging thing and have not come across it yet, unfortunately. So let's go and have a look at the butcher shop where we drop our wool and all of that happiness. I thought that just above field 12 there might be where it is, but that's not, unfortunately. Oh. What the heck we got here? Game center. Oh, right on. And that will take us back up to where we've already been, but we need to get down here. And in here, we can sell bales right there. We can sell the piggies and the wool pallets. So, good little facility there. And, as I said, unfortunately, I do not know where the heck we're supposed to find forests in this place. Unfortunately, I don't see it labeled anywhere on the map. And the few places I thought it might be, it just didn't turn out to be. I went up between fields 1 and 7. There's a large forestry area. I went all the way up to the end of it. By the way, some of the dirt roads are absolutely, well, off-roady, shall we say. They're, don't think you're going to go full speed, because you'll probably end up sitting on your nose. Yeah, they're that bumpy. Alright, oh, let's cut a little bit of ground here. Okay. This. Now, I believe it's the dairy. It looks like a dairy, but it's completely unmarked, and I would guess, if that's in fact the function, that you would maybe be able to sell your milk here. Maybe. It's the only thing I can think of. Like I said, there is no tip point marked on the map, and there is no sort of obvious tip point here. So, yeah. I would think if you get to sell your milk here, it would probably just be a matter of right by the tanks. And that is pretty much our look at this map. Again, my apologies, guys, for not being able to figure out where the heck the forestry stuff might be. You know, it's yeah, just a little bit of a mystery, I'm afraid. But what I will do here is quickly show you a forest area. We'll go up between 16, 20, and 9 and see how that goes. I think this right up ahead, we should have our turnoff. There we go. Whoops. I do believe that's something about this being a forestry road, or a farming road, or no normal traffic type thing allowed road. So this little bit of dirt road's not bad. And across the bridge. Like I said, I'll just show you guys quickly a little bit of the forestry area, and then I think that will probably conclude our look at the map. And a big sinkhole. So here you go. I'm not sure what does it give us any sort of fill thing, anything like that? No. It appears to be just a platform. So, interesting. So yeah, here's one of the forest areas. They're a fair size. I mean, you'll definitely be able to get yourself enough trees. I said some of the roads are rather outrageous. These ones aren't too bad. But there you go, guys. That's been a look at our map. I mean, it is a nice little map. Has some fairly chunky fields, so if you want to use... Whoa! Yeah, that's what I mean about some of the places on these dirt roads. So some of these you might find... you want to be dragging some pretty hefty gear out to. Let's just have a quick look. Wow. Well, it's pretty cheap. You cannot afford this field. Really? I don't have 13... Oh, no, I don't. So, that's a pretty decent sized field for 13K. Holy smokes. So, fields are cheap. But But there you go, guys. I think that's going to do it for our little look at Ostermelo. And yes, I had to look at that again. I have such a terrible name. There you are. The map link will be down below in the description. Please hit the like button if you feel you can make that effort. It would help me out a bunch. And it lets me know you like map reviews or something. But anyway, the important stuff, take care of each other, folks. This has been Species7 for Farm Sim 15. See you all next time. Ciao for now.